As a pregnant woman, have you ever craved something unusual? Probably something you've heard other people talk about, how healthy or how unhealthy it might be to you and to your baby, or basically anything that doesn't have any nutritional value. How did you feel after eating it? Did it cause you any problem? Have you ever craved stuffs like clay, baked clay, white chalk, the normal white chalk, drinking something unusual or drinking dirty water or anything? Or have you even gone ahead to take it, or you're just looking for a video to clear your doubts on some misconceptions, some views and some ideas you have about this pregnancy cravings before you go ahead to take these things? Then this is the right video for you, because in this video I'm going to be sharing my personal experience with you and what I think about all these things. So stay tuned, and I do hope you gain one or two things from this video, and you're probably going to incorporate it in your pregnancy journey. Okay. Hey guys, so welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're stopping by for the very first time and seeing this cute face for the very first time, hi, my name is Favorites, and here on my channel I share interesting and valuable content on natural hair, DIYs and my lifestyle content. So if any of this interests you, then do make sure to stay subscribed. We do have a good time here. And for my returning subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in today. So in this video I'm basically going to share my experience with you. I am not a practitioner, I am not a gynecologist. This is just my first time being a mother, like this is just my first time being pregnant, so I'm just here to share my experience with you. Now, as a pregnant woman, one thing is sure: you're going to feel hungry, you're going to feel like eating every time, and you're probably going to crave all manner of food you might not even have ever tested in your life. It is actually normal, and if these things are healthy, if you can lay your hands on them, if you can afford them, please go ahead to eat it, for long as it is healthy. Eat enough food to sustain you and your baby. So it's totally fine to satisfy your cravings for long as there are healthy cravings. But now, towards your third trimester, don't get me wrong, this can actually happen at any point in your pregnancy or at any point during the course of your pregnancy. But then again, towards your third trimester especially, just as it was taught to us in our antenatal classes, okay, body is going to need a lot more calcium. This is because the adequate or the proper intake of calcium in your third trimester is going to reduce the risk of preeclampsia. That is the kind of high blood pressure women experience during the course of pregnancy. And again, high volume of calcium or proper amount of calcium in your third trimester probably reduces the risk of preterm birth. And lastly, it equally helps with the general well-being of your baby and yourself. It helps with the bone, the blood clots, and so many other things. Now, during this period, which is your third trimester, like I said, it can actually happen anytime. I'm just talking from my personal experience, okay? You might probably start craving stuff like white chalk, clay, salted baked clay, dust, drinking dirty water or smelling dirty water, perceiving the smell from toilet or dustbin, or basically anything that doesn't have any nutritional benefits or nutritional value for yourself and for your baby. It's called Pica. I'm going to put the name on the screen. The health issue that actually affects only pregnant women. So I'm going to put it in simpler terms. Pica means eating, chewing, or craving for substances that have no nutritional value, such as clay, soil, paper, or others. Now, the main reason why you're craving all of these things in your third trimester or during any course of your pregnancy might be because you're lacking iron. You have iron deficiency or calcium deficiency, or even any other anemia that you might not be sure of. When you go ahead to eat these things because yes, there are pregnancy cravings, you are craving these things because you're pregnant, it is totally unhealthy, okay? I really do not know what you've heard outside. I really do not know what you've browsed somewhere else. An information someone must have dished out to you that these things are pregnancy cravings, they are normal things. Please, they are not normal. They are abnormal. They don't have any nutritional value or any benefit to your health or to your baby's health, and therefore they can cause a whole lot more damages to you, okay? So before you conclude on accepting to eat these things because they are actually pregnancy cravings, they are not going to do anything, it's just what your baby wants to eat or stuff like that, I'm going to share my experience right now with you. After this video, you can go ahead to pick the right option for yourself and for your baby. Now, the particular type of pica or the exact thing I actually craved was baked clay, like the salted baked clay. Clay is usually two types, the salted baked one and the unsalted baked one. I don't know how to explain that, but I'm going to put the picture somewhere around there. I'm sure if you see it, you're going to know it. Now, towards my third trimester, the late stages of my second trimester and the early stages of my third trimester, I started craving baked clay. When I was younger, I've seen people that are so addicted to it. I've seen people crying out for help, saying that they're actually addicted to this thing and they don't want to be addicted any longer. They need serious help. I've seen people eat it and have health issues when I was much younger. I've equally heard that someone actually died from eating it. So it scares me, like it really scares me. Now, being in the position where I was craving this, it was also about that the scent or the smell from it actually overwhelmed everything in my house. The smell of dust actually changed to salted clay. Even the scent from my perfume or from my husband's perfume actually started smelling like baked clay. So it was that bad. I just wanted to see it, I just wanted to smell it and probably eat it, because once you smell something, you're probably going to taste it. The main cause of my fear was this: I might eat this and nothing would happen to me, maybe because I'm just craving it. But then what if I get addicted to it, that even after giving birth I still continue eating it, which is quite unhealthy. So after browsing, checking online, seeing if I can actually get someone to convince me that yes, it is healthy, go and eat it, and getting advice from people as well outside that yeah, it is just pregnancy cravings, just eat it, it's normal, nothing is wrong with it. Some people even went ahead to tell me that oh yeah, it is just pregnancy cravings. Salted baked clay is even healthy for your baby, it helps with the baby's skin, nothing will go wrong, and even if something will go wrong, it might be from you eating a whole lot of it. So just try it, just buy one and try it. I think I felt like if I just eat one of it or two of it, I might stop craving it. And guess what, my husband actually kicked against it. He was totally against it. But then after much deliberation, I just felt like buying it, eating just one of it at least to quench that craving for the moment. So I bought it, and do you know the funny part? This thing is like very cheap. It's as cheap as 10 naira. That was like a very bad sign already, because tell me what is cheap again in this country. Tell me anything that has nutritional value that I can actually purchase at the rate of 10 naira or even 20 naira. 15 naira is even difficult, but I actually bought this at the rate of 10 naira each. So I bought like 5 pieces. Just smelling it, seeing it there, smelling it there was already giving me the joy I seeked for, or the joy I craved for. I came home and I just munched one of it. It was so tasteful. It just gave me the whole satisfaction I've been craving for. Guess what? The next morning I couldn't move from the bed. This part of my body, like this whole part of my body, seized. So as if they placed a very heavy and big stuff on my chest. It was just like I can't explain, but this part of my body was kind of paralyzed. My hand was kind of paralyzed. I couldn't shift it, I couldn't shake, I couldn't move from the bed. I didn't even notice this thing when I woke up, because I didn't just wake up and stood up from the bed. It took me some time. So immediately I wanted to stand up from the bed and noticed it. I was like, what is happening? It was so painful. So I had to look for options to like resolve it. I bathed it with hot water over and over again. That morning my husband massaged it with hot rub, like massaged it very well with hot rub, and after like 2 hours 3 hours it kind of reduced. But before it subsided, I was already thinking of going to the hospital the next day, which was Monday. But by evening the pain vanished. I couldn't feel anything any longer. It was just as if I got relieved totally. So because I was already free, I didn't think about the clay. In the evening before sleeping, I ate another one, like I ate another chalk or unzu or clay, anyone you call it. It actually took some hours before the pain came back, and this time around it was so intense. When I say intense, it was so intense. That was when I actually started thinking, what did I do? Did I carry any heavy stuff? Did I do any hard job? I only cooked and did some house chores. So what exactly is the problem? After thinking about that, I realized that this is not from what I did. This might be from what I ate. That was when I actually thought of, oh, it might be this chalk. But I've never heard anyone say that chalk actually blocked their hand or seized their hand or one part of the body from functioning normally. The next morning the pain already subsided, and I already made up my mind I was going to go to the hospital to complain and tell them everything the way it happened. Okay, so getting to the hospital, luckily enough, the nutritionist, like the student nutritionist from the teaching hospital, like a teaching hospital close to the hospital where I registered, they came to teach in that hospital, because I think it was kind of their IT industrial training. Yeah, it was kind of part of their IT to teach pregnant women about nutrition and stuff like that. So they came, and here's what they came to talk about. They came to talk about nutrition and talk about Pica especially. So each of them took the time to explain this thing just the way I already explained to you in the beginning. They talked about the effect of actually going ahead to eat whatever you're craving because it is just pregnancy craving, and these things are things that have no nutritional value. They talked about a whole lot of things, you guys. So after the teaching, it was time for pregnant women to ask them some questions, and then I asked my question. I told them what happened to me a day before, which is on Sunday. I ate clay, and this was what happened to me. Was clay the actual problem, or was it just another health issue that needs to be attended to? So they said it was that clay. Now they said that the clay was doing two things to my body. One, it was restricting or stopping blood flow to some extent in my body, especially in my hand. That was why that hand was seized, like that was why I couldn't move that hand properly. Then secondly, they said it was actually drying my blood, but I didn't know. So had even I continued eating it for like straight 1 week or 2 weeks, I was going to lose a whole lot of blood if I didn't attend to it as fast as possible. It was probably going to dry up the blood, calcium and iron that I actually needed at that point from my body. Anyway, after the whole gist, the whole question and answer and everything, I got the knowledge I wanted, and I was like, oh my goodness, what was I thinking? Because I already know that this thing is addictive. Like, people eat it and get so addicted to it, which is already one issue. And I already browsed online and said that this is not healthy. So what was I thinking? What gave me the audacity to actually go ahead and buy it and even eat it and even eat it again? After everything, I went to see the doctor, and then he gave me some medication and told me to manage, no matter how difficult it was going to be, because I already told him that everything I perceived actually turned to the smell of clay. So he told me to manage, I should think about the health of my baby. And by the time I started taking my medication, it was going to reduce, like the rate at which I craved it or I perceived it was going to reduce. But even if it comes up at any point, I should kind of endure it. Okay, so you guys, that was my whole experience. I actually started taking the medication, and just like he said, the smell, me perceiving it, it was still happening once in a while. Like sometimes I might just perceive it, but I just tried. And one thing I want to tell you about clay, or about anything you're perceiving, or about anything you're craving, that you are very sure that this thing actually has no value, especially when it has to do with soil, clay, chalk, paper. Like, these things have zero nutritional value for your body. It's not even supposed to be inside your body. Please abstain. What did I say? Abstain. You have no business with this thing. Even with you being alone, like with you not carrying a baby in your womb, you have no business with these things. Some of them are very addictive, especially that clay. Abstain as much as you can. Abstain. Trust me, it might be difficult, but try considering the health issues you might face. Try considering the health of your baby as well, because trust me, once you start, stopping is always so difficult. If you doubt it, you can go online, you can browse, even here on YouTube, browse about people that are facing addiction, like clay addiction or chalk addiction, eating it. You will see a whole lot of video on it. People are really battling with clay addiction or clay's addiction. So as much as you can, try to abstain from it. And one more important thing I would like to tell you, if you crave stuff like this, please try as much as possible to talk to your gynecologist, your doctor, the nurses there at the antenatal, a nutritionist, or anybody you can talk to that can give medical attention or medical care. Try to seek ways to actually redeem yourself from this, rather than just going ahead to munch on those things that have no nutritional value. This is why it is very important to actually register for the antenatal. Okay, I have much more knowledge than yourself, myself, than these blogs or these videos. Some of these things you see on Google are things that people like me, people like you, just come up, print from somewhere, type from somewhere, and just post it there to make them money. So try to talk to someone real, like a real doctor, a real gynecologist. Registering for antenatal is equally a way of you meeting other mothers like you, meeting other pregnant women like you. People will share like minds, talk about things that are happening to you or happening to your baby, or things that you're noticing. Share ideas and thoughts on all of these things. They equally help. So before I end this video, I would like to know your experience with clay or with any other weird cravings or pica, or yeah, basically I would like to know your thoughts, your experience, your ideas on it. And if you're a health practitioner or a gynecologist, or you're a pregnant woman that is more experienced watching this video, I would like to know your thoughts on all of these things I've said in the comment section. It will go a long way in helping us. It will go a long way in helping other women out there. If you watch this video to this point, I would love you to do something for me. Just one thing, please just go ahead and type safe delivery to all pregnant women in the comment section. I would really love to read it, and I would really love other pregnant women to read it. Just type it, safe delivery to every pregnant woman. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. But before I go, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, because I'll be bringing you guys my pregnancy chronicles, my pregnancy experience, and my pregnancy gist. All right, just so you don't miss out on any of this video, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button, join this amazing family, like this video if it was interesting and if it was helpful to you. I will really appreciate it. I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye.